Hi, and welcome to another episode of BlockBuckster Movies. I'm your host, Buck, and today my co-host is Linus Montgomery, who you might know from his short run on the equine-centric reality competition, Prancing with the Stars, where D-list celebrities, children, and spouses learn the art of horse dancing. Needless to say, it only lasted one season.
At least I didn't get voted out week 1.
You probably stuck around as long as you did because you insisted on performing shirtless.
Whatever, you liked it.
I did.
I tried to ride bareback, but listeners, bareback is not safe, especially for beginners.
You hear that? Barebacking is dangerous. Now, presenting from Montgomery Innovations, the newest in contraceptive technology. Force Skin, the force field condom. You never have to bareback again.
No, stop it. Your family's business is not sponsoring this episode.
Hey, I shot my shot.
Ugh. Well, since she ruined the surprise by opening her skanky mouth, we also have a special guest co-host this week. Linus' sister, Sally Montgomery, also known to the world as the supervillain Sally Mander.
Hey, all you Sally Mander fanders out there.
No one calls themselves that. Anyway, Sally is joining us via video chat today because she's on the run for being a vicious murder sociopath.
Linus, you know I identify as psychopath, not sociopath.
Whatever.
Why is she here again?
Sally loves rom-coms. It felt weird not including her.
Still, it just seems a little rude to invite my arch nemesis onto my podcast without running it by me first.
Stop your blabbering and let's talk about love, you little sidekick.
Fine. Today, we're discussing the romantic comedy Win a Date with Tad Hamilton. Alright, so as usual, I have printed out the Wikipedia plot summary of the movie, and let's just go into it. Win a Date with Tad Hamilton is a 2004 American romantic comedy film. The film follows a small-town girl who wins a contest for a date with a male celebrity, and a love triangle forms between the girl, the star, and the girl's best friend. And before I read any more, I have to say it's not a love triangle, it's a V, because the triangle implies that, like, everyone has a relationship with each other, right?
Do we need to seriously go there?
I don't know, I think he's got a point.
Well, okay, so like if Tad Hamilton was like friends with the other guy, Pete, then like it would be a triangle, but they are strangers, so like...
Okay, but in rom-coms, it's a love triangle, it's not a V.
But, never mind.
But just because there's 3 points, they all 3 need to be connected in order for it to be a triangle.
Yeah, a V still has 3 points.
V's rule the world, okay? We all know.
Anyway, let's see, what does it say next? The film only earned $17.1 million in the US and $4.2 million overseas for a worldwide total of $21.3 million, making it a commercial failure against a $22 million budget.
Ouch.
Yeah, woof, that's...
Yeah, not great. I guess we'll just get into the plot now and see where it goes from there. So, Linus, start with this section.
Okay. A soldier and a nurse emerge from 2 1940-style cars in the middle of the night. As the nurse runs up to the soldier, the camera switches, revealing that this is a film scene.
Ooh.
Oh, it's a movie within a movie.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't really care for the misdirect there. I thought this was going to be a cool period piece.
Ugh.
Rosalie, Kathy, and Pete, Piggly Wiggly store workers. Do we have those here?
No, but I've been to them. It's a grocery store.
Oh, I've never heard of a Piggly Wiggly.
Their mascot is a pig.
I mean, that makes sense from the word pig being in the title, but does the pig wiggle?
If I get my hands on it.
Ooh.
Is this going to be a bacon reference now?
It sizzles. What can I say?
Okay, so they work at the Piggly Wiggly store in a place called Fraser's Bottom, West Virginia. Woof.
Ugh, that's just asking for it.
So anyway, the 3 friends are watching the film, and as the nurse asks for forgiveness and the soldier agrees, the women in the audience are moved to tears, and Pete is clearly unimpressed. Okay, yeah, that's how I felt watching this movie.
I mean, Pete's not a very empathetic character.
No, agree.
Yeah, Pete was kind of a boy.
Mm-hmm.
100%. Toxic masculinity, 100% would burn.
But Ted Hamilton was like the ultimate boy, right?
But in a good way.
Because he's rich?
And hot. Hot.
Okay.
She has a point.
I know. I mean, I have eyes.
Wasn't Josh Duhamel in the Transformer movies?
I don't know. Maybe? Oh, that reminds me of a henchwoman I fought once. Her name was Transform Her.
Did you say transformer or transform her?
Transform Her.
Weird.
Yeah, she was like Clayface, but she couldn't shape her own body. Someone else had to do the molding and shaping part for her.
Hey, I don't know a Clayface, but wasn't there a sidekick named Gayface?
Oh yeah, Gayface was a hero who sidekicked in drag. She could shoot rainbows out of her eyes, she sang gay club classics while she fought crime, and she could shoot glitter out of her fingers.
Whatever happened to her?
I'm not sure.
Oh, I killed her. As she burned alive, her cheap wig melted onto her face, and she belted out Last Dance at the top of her lungs. Girl could sing.
Wow. I hate you.
Okay, so as the ladies wonder what the film star Tad Hamilton is doing at the moment, Tad is described by his agent as a drinking, driving, smoking, leering, and groping all the same time. Okay, that sounds like kind of a rad time, if I'm being honest.
Wait, so, I mean, drinking and driving and smoking, those are like three things that I guess somebody could do all at once, but like leering and groping, like how do you keep your hands on the wheel while also groping and smoking and drinking? Like,
Did you see the movie? He didn't really have his hands on the wheel. They were kind of all over that girl in the passenger seat.
Drive with his knees.
I mean, that
Maybe.
takes skill that I don't have.
Clearly.
But with my antlers now, I can't fit in a car, so I guess I'll never know.
It was a convertible, I think. Wasn't
Okay,
it?
yeah, well, I can fit in a convertible, so yeah, that
you
makes
could do
sense.
it. You could try.
Okay, yeah. I could try drinking, driving, and groping.
And smoking.
And smoking all at the same time.
Give it a go, man. You only live once. Okay, so his agent tells Tad that his hedonism is damaging his reputation and career opportunities. You see, I think that's an unfair judgment of hedonism.
Yeah, what's wrong with a little hedonism?
Never hurt
Not a
anybody.
lot.
Okay, to improve
Biased.
his image and convince a film director to cast him, his agents establish a competition to win a date with Tad, with proceeds benefiting the charity Save the Children. Sounds bogus to me anyway. Anyway, Rosalie finds an online advertisement for the competition.
So I'm looking at my notes because I took notes while we just watched this. And I wrote that the agents, or maybe manager and agent, are played by Nathan Lane and Sean Hayes, which I didn't realize until I rewatched this because it's been like 10 years, I think, since I saw it the last time. So I love them. They're great.
They were both dicks.
Oh, yeah, they weren't nice, but...
No, they were both named Richard.
Oh, yeah, that's true. They had the same name, which was Richard Levy,
Yeah.
they said.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah, that's fun. But they didn't tell us that till like toward the end of the movie. And that would have been a fun joke to
Yeah.
play on, like if we learned earlier.
Mm-hmm.
Agreed.
Yeah.
I did like the Sean Hayes Dick character. Really liked Noodles.
Mhm.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Relatable.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
very relatable to just pound noodles like
Pound
that.
them.
Yeah, just noodles everywhere. What's the next section here say?
With the help of the Piggly Wiggly customers and a reluctant Pete, Kathy and Rosalie raise the $100 entrance fee as Pete tells his superior that he will leave for college in Richmond after he talks with someone about going to Richmond with me. I wonder who someone is.
See, and he right off the bat, he's doing a bad job. He's being too vague. He's just implying when he should just go for it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Can we talk about how one of the cashiers there was Octavia freaking Spencer?
Yeah.
Like a true legendary actor.
With like 3 lines.
Just shafted.
Janine.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure that she was playing like the stereotypical role of like sassy black employee at the grocery store.
Yeah, that was painful even for me.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not cool. But it was nice seeing her face. She's great.
Loved it. You want me to keep going?
Yeah.
A news crew arrives outside Rosalie's home because she has won the date with Tad. A despondent Pete accompanies her to the airport. Awed by Los Angeles... Wait. This says nothing about... What does he say? Guard your carnal treasure?
Oh, yeah.
That-
Yep.
Oh my gosh.
That sounds like an awesome 80s hair metal band.
See, I remember watching this as a young Sally, and this didn't bother me. But now, the toxic masculinity, like, her carnal treasure is none of your goddamn business.
Is that her hymen? Is that carnal treasure?
I guess? Like, all of it? All of the bits?
Oh.
Yeah, it's just...
Why is he talking to her about that?
And
if
like,
they're friends or cousins or whatever.
if they're friends or cousins, yeah, like this almost feels more like a conversation she would have with her dad. Still inappropriate.
And he yells it again.
Ooh.
Yeah, he's really controlling. He's like, guard your carnal treasure, daughter,
What if
cousin,
she doesn't
best
want
friend,
to?
love interest.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's really controlling of her.
It's gross.
She's a grown woman and she can who she wants.
And she's
Yeah.
too nice to him. She should be like, shut the up.
Yeah.
If this was made in 2022, I feel like she would be more liberated. I hope.
Yeah. It also, I also took some other notes. It skipped over completely the fact that he warns her, other than the carnal treasure stuff, that if he says he likes animals, he's trying to sleep with you.
Yes.
What about all the guys out there like me who really do like animals? Like, I'm not just a hound dog.
And what about the women who like to burn animals and watch them crisp?
Okay.
Also,
right.
there are some catchphrases that she has, like "shickadoo" is one of them, and
Yikes-a-bee.
"yikes-a-bee."
Who talks like that?
Just imagine like flirting with someone that you think is like really cute and sexy, and then all of a sudden they're just like, "Ooh, yikes-a-bee." Like, I'm gonna have to really reconsider my crush at that point.
It was the Zetus Lapidus of its time.
Not great.
Okay, anyway. Awed by Los Angeles, Rosalie becomes tongue-tied in Tad's presence. The date does not go well. Rosalie vomits in the limousine, and when Tad mentions his love of animals, which Pete had warned was a sign of sexual intentions, her suspicions are raised. After seeing Tad's house, Rosalie requests to return to the hotel and soon returns home, leaving Tad thoughtful and with blue balls.
I don't think the description says blue balls, does it?
Well, we all know.
Oh, they're so blue. Yeah.
I mean,
In her defense, even if she did want to sleep with him, I would feel very uncomfortable in that Mr. Freeze ass house.
It did look like it was covered in like ice. Yeah.
needed some fire.
Yeah.
I could warm that place up.
Totally skipped over Catherine Hahn's character. Not even mentioned in the recap. We already met her in the bar earlier. Catherine Hahn, who is amazing.
Dreamboat.
Stole the movie, maybe?
Yeah,
Dare we
she was
say?
the heart and soul of this movie. I did not like Pete. Kathy was funny at times, but kind of stereotyped. Like
I didn't even know her name was Kathy until we read this summary. Because they don't, like, when does she ever say her name?
I think they call her Kat at one point, but her name tag says Kathy.
I was going to say,
so
they're
it's
wearing
very,
name tags all the time.
Rosalie is a shitty friend, let's just say it. She acts all sweet and nice, but really she's just a selfish bitch.
So the other thing that wasn't mentioned, I took a note that you had a strong opinion about how Pete made sandwiches. He was just squirting condiments everywhere.
You can't just haphazardly squirt condiments all over the place.
Hey, man, that didn't bother me. The spontaneity, it's an art as much as it's a science.
It requires some precision, though.
I can't believe I'm saying this, but I agree with Sally. You can't just have like a big blob of mustard on one side and like mayo on another and like lettuce in one bite and no meat in another. It's just, you have to have like even distribution of condiments. You can't just like squirt them in a pile.
Thank
And
you.
you guys don't know living. The spontaneity, the surprise in every bite.
Considering that you've had chefs make your food for every meal for like 20 plus years, I won't take advice from you about how to make a sandwich. You just learned how to use a microwave 2 weeks ago.
Those things are confusing.
Okay. What does the recap say next?
Okay, so Pete is about to tell Rosalie about moving to Richmond when she is surprised by Tad's sudden arrival. So now they're back in Fat Bottom, whatever it's called. Although she is still cynical, when he admits to not having his priorities straight, she is convinced of his good intentions.
See, this is where I'm talking about Kathy being a bad friend, because she immediately tried to flirt with and tried to sleep with Tad Hamilton in that situation
She
with
offered-
Rosalie totally present.
Yeah.
She offered to him. It wasn't like flirt. It was like, I will do things to you.
Yeah, she's like, take me, etc., take me.
Yeah.
Oh, we never mentioned about her sideways sitting. It says that Rosalie vomits in the limousine, but she says something about how we don't have sideways seating in West Virginia. So
I find it hard to believe that there's not one stretch limousine.
in all of West Virginia.
Yeah.
I know. We have like 5 just at our house.
At least she didn't herself.
That was uncalled for.
Yeah, I mean, at least she was wearing a skirt or a dress, so it could have just like fallen right out, I suppose.
I guess. I just knew I'd rather vomit than the other thing.
Yeah, no,
Better
it's
the
true.
attic, not the basement.
Yeah. You also said that it gave you a Splash vibe?
Love a rom-com with a starry-eyed, beautiful blonde girl who doesn't quite understand the world that she's been thrust into. And the man who's charmed by this childlike innocence. And this movie definitely captures that. I mean, Kate Bosworth is not a mermaid in this movie, although she can swim like one, as she proves in Blue Crush, another gem we should watch sometime. But yeah, her innocence is just all the more reason for the hunky Josh DeMille to fall in love.
Yeah, she may not have been a mermaid, but yeah, she was definitely a fish out of water.
But, Oh, the one thing that stuck in my mind, Pete and Kathy are looking out the Piggly Wiggly window after Tad comes to, like, visit her in West Virginia, and they say, and that was the last time we ever saw her. And all I could think of was, is this taking a true crime turn? Like, is this turning into, like, a kidnap murder situation?
Ooh,
Yeah, is he
I
gonna
like
murder
that.
her? See, that to me was just an indicator that they're all just terrible friends to each other.
Yeah, like...
They're just like, oh yeah, she'll drop us at the first piece of ass that comes through the door.
Yeah.
And Kathy says it wistfully, like, good, that bitch is going to be gone so I can start taking the spotlight. And Pete's, like, sad because he thinks that...
Because he's a sad sack.
Yeah, and he controls her, and how dare she, like, have sexual feelings for a man that isn't him.
And Kathy has no... Like, she's really one-dimensional. She doesn't have any goals or aspirations other than to have sex with her best friend's love interest. And, like, the bartender at the local, bar has more characterization and depth than the main character's best friend, which is a problem.
Yeah, and I mean, when you think about it, Kathy is really just a sidekick. And she's giving sidekicks a bad name, I think.
You're right. Okay, there needs to be a drinking game with this. Every time that I agree with Sally Mander, take a shot of the Fireball. That's relevant.
Yes. You're all going to be wasted.
God. There's another quote that stuck out to me too from this. When Pete is talking to Rosalie to warn her about Tad's possible bad intentions, he says he doesn't want your goodness to rub off on him. He wants your ass to rub off on him.
I'd like to really get into this one. Okay? Because he wants your ass to rub off on him. Does he want more ass? Does he want to, like, wear her ass as, like, a medallion?
What?
What does this mean?
You're being ridiculous.
I'm just asking the important questions here.
Pete has a point, but f*** off, Pete.
Well, when I imagine someone's ass rubbing off on someone, I'm imagining like a dog like scooting its butt along a carpet, like trying to rub its butt off on someone. So now I'm just imagining Kate Bosworth rubbing a poopy butt on Ted Hamilton. And it's really gross.
Thank you for that.
I think we can all agree, though, that Pete, though, right?
Pete.
Yeah, Pete.
Pete sucks.
Yeah, there's an unhealthy power dynamic because he's her boss.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, they may have been best friends for 22 years, but he's now her boss. So professionally, not cool, dude. And he's like trying to hold it over her, like, oh, like you can't work this shift. And it's not cool.
Stop like implying stuff about her sexuality.
Yeah. Like talking about her ass. Like if there's someone that I'm truly in love with, I'm not going to like flippantly talk about someone wanting their ass.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Carnal treasure. Need I say it again?
You just did. Yeah.
True.
Oh, what does TAD stand for? Tad Hamilton? They never say, right?
Tadrick.
Taddington.
Tadman.
I thought Tad was short for Theodore, but I don't care enough to Google it right now.
Thaddeus.
Thaddeus? Oh, maybe not Theodore. I knew it began with a TH.
Tatum.
Tatum
I think
sounds
it's
right.
Tatum.
Yeah.
Like Tatum? Like Channing Tatum?
No, like Adam.
But with a T.
Oh,
Tatum.
Tatum. Okay. Tatum.
Yeah, like their cousin Tatum.
Yeah, Tatum.
Yeah. Or maybe his name is just like Steve or something. Like, because
There's no...
Could just be a stage name.
it could be a stage name. I mean, I just almost revealed my secret identity. Oh, never mind. Okay.
Everybody drink again.
Oh, damn it. Okay. I'll read the next section of this horribly written Wikipedia recap.
Terrible.
Yeah. On a phone call with his agent, Tad insists that he wants to turn over a new leaf, and he won't return to Los Angeles for a while. When he gathers Rosalie for a date, he leaves a positive impression on Rosalie's father, who had studied hard for the encounter. Yeah, he's like wearing like t-shirts to show that he's like into film and stuff. It's pretty desperate.
He's drinking a chocolate martini, and he makes a visible grossed out face after he sips it.
Yeah, it's kind of cute though. Like
It's Gary Cole.
Yeah.
It's dad cute.
Yeah, it's dad cute. Not to be confused with you and your dad relationship.
How cute is it? Tell me.
Well, you call him daddy all the time.
And?
He calls you princess.
And?
You're obsessed with each other. It seems
adorable.
No, it seems unhealthy.
Unhealthy?
He's got a point.
What?
Yeah, like, you can't do anything without daddy's permission, or all I want to do is make daddy happy, or I'm just going to kill 30 million people because daddy wants me to. Like, make up your own mind. You're
What's
not a
wrong
slave.
with any of that?
Preach, Buck.
Okay, you're just jealous.
Okay. Yeah. I'm not going to get into Freud. Never mind. Okay. So, what does it say next? Pete tries to stop their date by reporting them for illegally parking. He tries to convince Rosalie that Tad is using her. Despite all of Pete's efforts, Rosalie and Tad grow close over the next few days.
Okay.
Parking.
Exactly. We have to talk about that. So Tad and Rosalie walk out of a movie, and Tad's like, what do people around here do next?
And she's like, go to the diner, which they've already been to.
And he's like, yeah, we already ate 15 minutes ago. And then he's like, well, what else? And she's like, well, we could go to blah, blah point. And he's like, and what do people do there? And she looks up at him from under her eyelashes with her 2 different colored eyes and says,
Park.
Park. Just say
All I gotta say is careful where you park, kids, because accidents cause people.
I had to think about that. But you are correct. That's why you should use Montgomery Industries Force Field condoms. I'm just kidding. It's still not a sponsor.
force field.
I still got him to say it, though, didn't I?
Uh-huh.
It says, in a bar, Pete corners Tad in the men's room after conceding that Rosalie is in love with Tad.
He corners him while Tad Hamilton is taking a
Hey, wait, not everyone sits down to poop. He could just like to sit when he pees.
Wait, who doesn't sit down to poop?
No, I mean, oh God.
You really backed into that one.
Yeah, I
didn't you,
really did back into that one. I mean, like, some people, not me, people I might know, don't like to stand up to pee. So they sit to pee. Even if, their antlers hit the sides of the stall and it's really awkward. Yeah.
Okay.
Anyway, yes, he was probably pooping.
He was at least trying to.
Yeah,
We
trying
just learned
to.
something about our pal over there.
Let's see. So Pete tells him that she's more than a wholesome small town girl.
This is very strange to me.
Is he a dad?
He sounds like he's her dad again. That's not how I would address a person that I'm attracted to or talk about them. So that's also weird that he, but anyway, she's not a wholesome small town girl, but a wonderful person with a kind of beauty a guy only sees once.
Vomit.
Guy's never left West Virginia. Means he's going to be hung up on her forever. Guy sounds like a real incel. Let's see. He explains her 6 smiles that reveal her emotions. And honestly, as sweet as it is to notice this kind of thing, I guess, it came off as real creepy when he was talking about it. He's looked at her face way too much.
Yeah.
Wait. I have to cut you off before we keep going on.
What?
This has skipped over so much. First of all, it doesn't say that Tad bought a farm, in that area.
Boy bought a farm.
Yeah, he bought a farm, and then Pete and Kathy tag along with Rosalie to go over there. And then in a weird, sort of machismo, kind of macho show off toxic masculinity fest, Pete's like, I can show you how to do some chores. So they take out some axes and
he gets his ass handed to him.
Yeah, it's like a wood chopping contest at first, and let's just talk about that. I did not hate the view during the wood chopping scene.
My abs are better.
He could chop my wood, if you know what I mean.
You want him to cut off your penis with an axe?
Ooh, I could do that.
Never mind.
No, seriously, I want to.
Okay, yet another reminder as to why you're not here in person for this recording.
You're no fun.
Before the X stuff, there was milking. They were like, I'll show you how to milk a cow.
And he said essentially nipple. He couldn't find the word teat.
Yeah, he did not know the word teat. It was weird. But then like Josh Duhamel was like very sensually, sexually like milking this cow. And I don't know what it is about milking that's phallic other than the fact that you're tugging on something and white stuff squirting out, but that's not really that phallic.
But yeah, what else?
Yeah.
He also said, look at that nice creamy milk.
Oh, yeah.
He said you're making daddy thirsty or something.
Yeah, that made that really sexual. And I have to say, I might have a lactose problem sometimes, but I wanted some milk right then and there.
Not alone.
Yeah. Damn. I know I keep bringing back things that the recap has skipped over, but can we talk about that commercial that we saw in the background where it was a quick clip from a interview where Tad's like, oh, yeah, I was 12 when I had sex with a 30-year-old.
Yeah. Ooh.
They just breeze by that.
That was supposed to make him more hot?
Yeah, like was he abused?
Like I was sexually assaulted at 12?
Consent at that age doesn't exist.
Right. So like this shows the time that the movie came out. Definitely it reflects upon that mindset that like, oh yeah, like if a boy has sex with someone older, even if he's 12, then it's cool.
Yeah.
What the
Yeah. Toxic.
Are we agreeing again?
I like older women.
Take a drink.
I like older women, but that's pushing it way too far.
You're not 12.
More like 12 inches.
Hey!
Ew.
Buck gets it.
I do. I've seen you naked. Not on purpose, but we live together. So...
Whatever, you like.
Let's move along. This is disgusting.
Okay. Oh, and then... I'm sorry, I keep beating a dead horse. Wait, no, that's you. You beat dead horse. Just beating a dead horse here, but when they are driving to the farm, they also say, and I quote, the only thing they grow in California is breasts.
That makes no sense.
Number one, are we just going to completely skip over how awesome avocados are?
Oh, yeah, I love avocados.
Come on, guys.
And second,
okay,
you don't grow a fake breast. It's implanted.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, they don't grow breasts there. That's bullshit. Yeah, now I want some avocado toast. Son of a bitch. Okay, my notes that I took have now caught up to the recap. It left off with the 6 smiles speech.
Pete makes Tad swear not to break Rosalie's heart. When Rosalie is in Tad's hotel room, his agents appear and inform him that the director has cast him in that film from earlier. Yeah, so he was, what did they say? He was taking a breath. He was trying to figure out if he wanted to cast him in the movie. Tad is overjoyed and convinces Rosalie to accompany him to Los Angeles by employing Pete's 6 smiles speech. Yeah, that was pretty messed up.
That was shady.
Even his abs can't make up for that
Yeah,
that's manipulative.
Maybe.
Let's watch that scene again and find out.
Yeah, okay. Oh, take a shot. We agreed again.
Oh my gosh.
Well, yeah, we can agree on his abs. That's something.
Yeah. After a rousing speech about great love by Angelica.
Wait. This is the first time this recap mentions Angelica.
The last paragraph. What?
And it's introducing... Oh, wait, sorry. I interrupted you before it actually characterizes her. Sorry. Go ahead.
She's a barmaid with a crush on Pete. Pete rushes to Rosalie, confessing his love. She is confused and resolves to still travel to California with Tad. On the plane, Tad fails to identify one of Rosalie's smiles and then confesses his lie, prompting her to return home.
Okay. First of all, I want to address something. You've been here the whole time bitching and complaining about the patriarchy, and yet you called a very successful bartender a barmaid.
I didn't call her that. I read it.
Yeah, it says barmaid in the recap that we're reading.
You could have corrected it.
You could have corrected a lot of shit.
First of all, when Pete rushes to confess his love and then forcibly kisses her.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, without consent.
Without asking, he just smushes his face into her mouth.
Yeah, he's I'm assuming partially intoxicated at this point, too.
Oh, yeah, he's slammed down whiskey or whatever brown liquor she's pouring him at the bar.
And then she is like, oh, guess what? I love you. And then he's like, okay, cool. And then he just leaves. Like, he doesn't acknowledge the fact that Angelica says that she loves him. She's like, you're my Tad Hamilton.
And your heart breaks.
Yeah.
My heart breaks.
Angelica deserved better.
Yeah. And Sally, you don't even have a heart. So I don't even understand.
I know.
Yeah. Angelica is the heart and soul of this film. She needs a spinoff.
Agreed.
All right. So, I mean, I still don't see why we're supposed to root for Pete. Was it the 6 Smiles speech that was supposed to endear us to him? I guess.
And the puppy dog eyes, like whenever she appears. So, in our final chapter, Rosalie runs to Piggly Wiggly and to Pete's, where Angelica tells her how Pete feels and that he's going to Richmond to escape his heartbreak. Rosalie then drives furiously towards Richmond to find Pete. In a manner similar to that of the opening scene, Rosalie and Pete exit their cars and Pete asks her to dance. That is a terrible description of what happens.
Yeah, they skip the whole part where she drives like a maniac to Pete's apartment or house or whatever. And Angelica is there, and Angelica's packing up his stuff. This boy manipulated this woman's love for him.
This angel named Angelica.
It's in the name.
Come on.
Manipulated her into packing up his because he was too much of a sad sack to do it before he moved to go to college. What the dude?
The movie also wants us to think for a moment that Angelica and Pete did some f***ing. Because she answers the door.
Yeah. Because Rosalie comes to the door and she answers it and she's all like, oh my God.
I'm too late.
Yeah, I'm too late. But then Angelica's like, don't worry, I'm just packing up his stuff. So Pete emotionally manipulated her, knowing at this point that she loves him, to be like, oh yeah, I'm so sad about this one girl that I'm moving away. Could you box up all my shit for me?
I know. Have you ever moved? It f***ing sucks when you don't have 6 butlers to do all your packing for you.
I could not relate to that. Yeah, I mean, like, what if you only have 5 butlers instead of 6, right?
That would be a big inconvenience.
Yeah, honestly, a lot less bags get moved at once. It's just it increases it by a significant margin.
So I want to know too how fast he moved. That was like 4 hours ago, right? Like He literally made the decision to move, found a place to move to, and then packed up a lot of his stuff and left in like 4 hours. Like, where is he living? Is he going to be living in his car?
I mean, at this point, it wouldn't surprise me. He's just that sorry for himself. Also, can we talk about when she took Kathy's car, she took it first to Pete's house and then drove across state lines doing like 100 miles an hour.
How's Kathy getting home from work?
Yeah.
Did anyone ever think about that?
No, but we don't care about Kathy enough to really care, right?
No, I mean, she just gets ugly hair, ugly clothes, no car.
It's not about the Kathy of it all. It's the principle of the thing. These people are all terrible to each other.
Yeah, it's true. Okay, so I'm trying to think of like the characters' arcs. Kathy didn't grow at all because she's one-dimensional. Pete didn't grow as a person. And even though she's like really childish at first, I think at the end, Rosalie is still pretty childish. So like the only one who actually grows and learns in the entire film is Tad Hamilton. Because he gained the awareness that he shouldn't lie to her and came clean and was honorable and told her that he stole Pete's smile speech. So
he turned his private jet around. Do you remember that one time that you forgot your contacts and Dad had to turn his around?
Yeah, he was pissed.
It's not easy.
Yeah, that feels expensive, right? I would imagine.
If anything, Pete devolved.
And then got rewarded for it.
Yeah. This movie.
Yeah, why did he get what he wanted for being a little bitch?
Can we just watch the movies that Tad Hamilton made instead of the movie about Tad Hamilton? Like,
can we just watch Tad Hamilton naked?
Yes, yeah. Let's say maybe the actor, after realizing that he is a manipulative boy actor who uses his own movie lines to steal girls. Not steal. He's not kidnapping. It's not that true crime parody.
That you really want that.
I really want to see that true crime, story. So after he uses those lines and, gets girls into bed and he realizes he's, not a good person for doing that, Maybe now in the future, he changes his career and becomes a porn actor. And then now we can just like watch him bang a ton of chicks without any sort of preconceived notion. And that's it. Yeah.
That's the movie we need.
You know what? I love that journey for him.
Yeah.
I think that's a good idea. Game recognized game.
I'm trying to think of like a fun parody of that. Like Win a Date with Gonad Hamilton.
Nads Hamilton.
Nad Hamilton. Win a Date with Nad Hamilton.
Win a date with Nad Slamaton.
Or win a with Tad Hamilton.
Naked Josh Duhamel f***ing.
That
Honestly, great title.
Yeah, I mean, we were
perfect.
going for like a play on words parody, sort of.
I mean,
Right, but you know, in Sally's
Let's
defense, it gets right to the point.
exactly.
It does, yeah.
His point.
Yeah.
What you see is what you get.
Which is a lot of f***ing.
Yes.
Yeah. So much f***ing.
Remember when... Sorry, I'm going back, but because I was thinking about his ass. But remember when her friend says he's got ass like cement? Or abs?
It was either abs like cement or ass like cement.
Regardless,
Is that
do you
good?
want any part of your body to be like cement?
No, not your body. You're like the person you want to... Like cement. You can't grab it. You can't...
It's brittle. It's unforgiving. It's
Well, like, I get the expression like abs of steel, because that
Yeah.
has some sort of like
So do
sexy connotation. Shut up, Linus. But I don't understand abs of cement.
Me either. I really think it was ass. Either way, it doesn't work.
Yeah,
maybe that's why he was sitting down at the restaurant, the bar, when he went to go finger quotes poop at the bar. Maybe his ass is made of cement. He can't actually stand up to pee for some reason. It's just his prostate is clenched between the...
No.
maybe that's why
that's headcanon for me.
Yeah, maybe that's why he has good abs and good core strength, because he has to hold up all the weight of his concrete ass.
Totally.
That's it.
I
solved
think,
it.
I think that's what she means.
Solved it.
Does he have a superpower like we do? Like he has literally rock hard ass. Yeah, like
Let's
you
bring
could
him on.
bounce a dime off of that, and then the dime might get chipped because the ass is so hard. Yeah.
There you go.
I mean, I'll test that for us. I volunteer.
Wait, if it's cement, then it might be fireproof too. How do you feel about that?
I'll test that as well.
Okay. It's a risk that his ass is willing to take.
I'm willing to take one for this team that I'm a part of with you guys.
I mean,
Let's not go that far.
yeah, no, definitely not a team. Okay, so we've discussed the film and all of the toxic masculinity therein. And I guess we need to give it a rating. So every one of these BlockBuckster movie episodes, I have one of the, I have my guest give it a rating based on their power. So Sally, since you create fire, maybe let's, I don't know, rate this out of fireballs. Out of 5 fireballs, how many fireballs do you give Win a Date with Tad Hamilton?
5 fireballs for hotness. 1 for plot and execution.
Speaking of fireball, anyone playing along with the drinking game? I really hope that you were not listening to this podcast while driving. But yeah, I think...
You should be up to about 8 by now.
I mean, we agreed at least 4 times. So
I
that's,
think it was more.
that's at least 4 shots.
Yeah, you should be...
In like less than an
Feeling good.
hour. So yeah.
If you were listening to this podcast, you're probably asleep.
For the 6 people that listen to this, good for you for sticking all the way to the end. Congratulations. You win no award, but yeah, that's it. You get nothing. Sorry.
You get a buzz.
Yeah, you get a buzz from the fireball. And if you didn't have fireball, then I don't know, maybe go back and re-listen with like gas station vodka, anything really that will burn the throat and get the mind fuzzy.
That's all you need.
Yeah.
Anything really flammable.
Yeah. I mean, we can't all be people that set others on fire. Though I have been called a flamer in my own right, and I don't appreciate that. Since Sally gave it a rating, Linus, let's see, what do you think this deserves out of 5? What's a horse term? Trots? No, that makes me think of like when you poop, like you got the trots. Canters. Out of how many canters will you give this film?
Overall, I'm going to give this movie 5 canters out of 5.
Why?
5 out of 5.
5 canters. Well, I'm speechless.
You like cement ass?
The cement ass is intriguing. No,
just nostalgic for it, I guess. I don't know.
Okay.
It's a simpler time.
It was the John Mayer.
Yeah, the soundtrack was not bad.
The John Mayer, the Liz Phair.
Well, as in the last 2 episodes, I have literally no good way to end these episodes. So, I guess I'm just stopping now. So I'd like to thank my guests, Linus Montgomery. Thank you for being here. And Sally Montgomery, you're f***ing and I hope you die and are arrested. Thank you.
Bless you.
I hope the police catch you soon. And that's it. Everyone have a great day. Thanks.
Bye.